Welcome back to Track Battle Part 2, where we put our Integra Type R against our K-swapped EK Civic. As you guys would have seen in the previous episode, we fixed all the little issues that Pete was having with the K-swapped EK Civic, which were partly ergonomic and partly the fact that he did not have power steering, which made it pretty tough to get it around here at TMP in a timely fashion. He did still beat the Type R by a tenth of a second or less than a tenth of a second. It was a very, very tight battle. But we know there's a lot more potential in the K-swapped EK now that he has power steering in it, now that he's fixed the pedal spacing so he can do those heel and toe downshifts properly. And ergonomically, he was really not in a very good seating position before. Now he's got a proper racing buck in there with harnesses. So I expect he's gonna go quite a bit faster. And if you watched our quick build on the Type R as we prepped it for Grid Life, you'll know we also did a bunch of mods to it, including a racing bucket and harnesses, as well as that wing out back and some other tasty, track-related mods like some more aggressive brake pads. So it should go faster too. What we don't know though is which one's gonna go faster and by how much, so that's why we're here. So without further ado, let's just get in these cars, PT, and go for a rip. Man, it's nice having brakes too. These Hawk DTC 60s really have a lot of initial bite and tons of stopping power compared to what I was on before, which was an old worn out set of HV Pluses. The car feels like it's stopping so much better. And yeah, it's just turning. Okay, it's definitely willing to rotate now, guys. It actually caught me out there. It rotated more quickly than I was anticipating, but no harm done. It's still a Type R, guys. It'll still rotate when you want it to, or maybe when you're not expecting it to. But that's why doing a couple of warm-up laps is always a good idea. Definitely go back to the gas sooner there. I'm just not attacking turn one nearly as hard as I probably should. Man, it's just turning so much better than I'm anticipating understeer, and it's not understeering. All right, pushed a little bit there, but it's just not a very good effort on my part through that corner. These Conti Extreme Contact Forces are making a lot of grip too. They are really hanging in there in the corners. Okay, I over-attacked turn one there. I'm out of practice, guys. Let's be honest. You've not seen a lot of track videos from us in the last couple of years, and that just means not a lot of seat time for the old DP here, but I'm doing what I can, and I'm starting to get a bit more of a feel for it. It's just throttle commitment, judging the braking zones, and trusting that the car is going to turn. That's the trick with these things. And of course, you know, low horsepower car, there's going to maintain momentum. Man, these NX Pro coilovers take the bumps so well. Just really impressed by how supple they are over the bumps. More speed around that last corner too, guys. I'm just slowly figuring it out here. A little late on the gas there. This curve here, because these coilovers take that curve better than anything I've ever tried before. Like, wow, Annex Club Spec Pros blowing my mind over these curves. Wow, so good, guys. And I'm bouncing the limiter because I'm a noob. Just gotta be patient here. All right, guys. Feel the tires starting to get a little bit grumpy, so let's cool her off. Here we go, everybody. Ripping. Now, I just really got to remember. Oh, geez. It's such a different car. Having this seat in here has been, whoa, Jesus. Wow, wow, guys. Let me tell you something. Okay, this is a completely different beast here. Wowzers. I can't even speak right now. Oh man, I keep locking the tires up. And then I'm like, you can hear the open diff working really hard. It's almost like, wow, you gotta really be, I gotta be a lot smoother now. I'm gonna try to take a lap here, calm myself, and really dial it in, go nice and smooth. And just let the car work for me. Oh, the power, amazing. Good grip out of the Continentals too. So I just have to remember here, I'm gonna try to be a little bit smoother on the brakes. See, I know I scrubbed too much speed there. Guys, do I wanna say that a limited slip would certainly be helping you here? Wow. Nice and smooth. Let the car carry you through here. Okay, so see here, this is where it really wants to rotate and throw you out. And I get that. Wow, once this thing is in a straight line, man, it really loves to power you out here. You just gotta be patient with it. Open that steering wheel up.
a ton of time there, unfortunately. I'm gonna leave it in third here. You can see I am scrubbing the speed. I've got to slow down a little bit more there, I think. But wow, this car, ton of fun. My goodness, a ton of fun. I love it. See, it's so hard to really figure out the modulation of the brake pedal. God, I love Civics, and I love the K motor. See, it's bouncing around too much for me. I'm getting way too much hop. See that? You can hear it right there. That would have been amazing if I had a diff. Rotate, rotate, baby. This thing is a wild ride. Oh, I lost it. Damn it. Damn it. So close there. Oh. Well, guys, you saw I cooked it just a little bit too much there. Another lap here. Let's see. This thing so far has just been an absolute blast to drive, man. It's incredible. It's what these couple mods make. The difference in the seat and just having a better position. Unbelievable. You can see I'm carrying so much more speed. And the heel toe is working well too. There it is, guys. That's the fight. I'm fighting the diff there. Now it's becoming even more apparent. Oh yeah. And it's not like a front wheel or a rear wheel drive car where it rotates. And see, I'm in between shifts there. Oh, I just lost so much time. I keep trying to be greedy and grab fourth there when I really can't be grabbing fourth. It's just one of those things, you can't do that. Just cannot. Oh. What a great car though, man. I could lap this thing all day long. See, I'm gonna try to be smoother this time around, more patient. Oh. Okay, now just smooth here. Hard on the brakes. Hard on the brakes, too hard on the brakes. But that's okay, let's see if that helps me. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Take your time. Sometimes it's so easy to overdrive a car. I'm gonna short shift here. Get hard on the power, over the bump. Man, the suspension's working well. Ah, see, cook that one, damn it. This corner just gets me. So now, unfortunately, you can see I'm just bouncing rev limiter, but all right, made it through there much cleaner this time around. Now, patience here, patience. Let's see if I can open this wheel up quicker. Power out. Nicely done, nicely done. That's pretty clean there. Whoa, yeah, baby. Oh, man, come on, see? It's just, I can't, damn it. I can't put together a fully clean lap, come on.
All right, PT, well, the good news is we both went faster. The bad news is I didn't go nearly as much faster as you did.
Yeah.
Wow, well, you found a lot of time.
And truthfully, there is so much more time left in the car. There was, I don't think I had a clean lap. Maybe the last lap that I did was somewhat, I didn't almost oversteer off the track.
Yeah, and yet that wasn't your fastest lap.
See, that's crazy.
So if we go back in our time machine to when we first track tested these,
yes,
let's refresh everyone's memory that you did a 1:24.87.
Okay.
And I did a 1:24.90.
Yep.
So he beat me by 3/100ths of a second.
Yes.
And this time around, the gap got bigger. So thanks to the changes you made, still an open diff car, keep in mind everyone, he did a 1:22.65, so over 2 seconds faster.
That's good, that's not bad.
That's a solid improvement.
Yeah.
Especially since, as a viewer from the side of the track, there was a lot of antics going on out there, PT. There was,
I was just putting it on for,
there was oversteers, there was a spin through the chicane.
I was putting on a show, right? This isn't really for lap times. You want, if I was fast and smooth here, it'd be boring,
it would
right?
be boring.
So
those did not look like boring laps. And you know, if we spent more time dialing in the dampers, because it did look like the car was bouncing a bit on you.
We had a lot of pogoing going on, especially the rear. So.
And we do know with these annex street coilovers, they do need to be run with the dampers cranked up at the track to really control that. So
that's my mistake. I should have cranked them up.
So, you know, there's more time there for sure. And then if you put an LSD in this car,
with the power steering now, it's so much more apparent. You can feel the car. Like there's so many corners now. It's like, you can hear it. It's just struggling. Like this thing would pull out of corners. And I could actually drive it more friendly with the oversteer, like just be smoother with it, because then you could power out. Where right now it's like oversteering and you're still flooring it. It's still trying to like come around.
You out in the corners. It's true.
So,
it's true. That's a big disadvantage.
Yes.
It looked like fun though, man. Like you were. This car rotates like crazy.
It's amazing. Like it's such a great combo. I was saying this is. You know, there's nothing special about this car. We haven't done any secret sauce in the motor, nothing. Like it's a bone stock internally, stock and K20, and it with a stock gearbox, some mods here and there, and it's awesome, man. It feels so good. Like this engine, this power level for this chassis feels fast, and like coming out of the corners, I left it in third gear once or a couple times coming onto the front straight, and it was just like for a second it was like too slow, and then it was just it's all there. So you just have the power where like this thing, I know, man, it always has to be.
You were pedaling hard in that car because it just doesn't have the torque or the power of this car. But man, what a difference it is to have the rear bar turned to full stiff. And to have the dampers set in a way where the car now rotates. As you guys saw, I had a bit of a moment early on in the S's where it aggressively oversteered on me more than I was anticipating. So I didn't mow the lawn. I kept it on the track, unlike some of us, but it was definitely willing to rotate now, and that helped. I mean, I went from a 124.9 down to a 123.85. So over a second, and I think there's easily another second in it if I just cleaned up my act.
Sure,
We're both so rusty, it's kind of crazy. Racer excuses coming at you now, but what a difference it makes to have this car rotating, and all the ergonomic changes that worked in your car worked in this car too. Sure. Having a race bucket, having a racing wheel, having harnesses, all just ties you to the chassis more, and you feel more connected and more in control. So I love this car, man. It's a wonder. It's a wonder to drive, but I do want shorter gearing.
Of course.
And I do want a fully built B20 VTEC.
That's right.
I do want to take a few 100 pounds more out of it.
We'll have to build another car for that.
It's true.
But, and not to take away from the times, like a 22 and a 23 are very respectable times for these cars around this racetrack, right? Sure. And you could just turn lap after lap. Like I'm not worried about this thing overheating. No. I'm not worried about throwing a rod at 9,000 RPM. It's so good. It's such a good feeling to drive cars like these, right? And I think that is the huge takeaway from this build series. If you want a car that you want to enjoy, and not be the fastest guy on the racetrack, but go out, enjoy, have fun, and like build yourself up as a driver, these
great cars to learn.
I don't think there's
momentum,
a better car.
Learn car control, all of it, and front-wheel drive is a very safe setup for someone to come up and learn.
As I've proven, yes.
Yes. Well, safe-ish. Safer than a high-horsepower rear-wheel drive car, which might go over the berm and into the water back there. But that's another story that Duff and Enviato can tell you all about. He wasn't driving it, everybody. Don't worry about that. He's our cameraman, which is why the camera just jiggled there. So anyway, guys, I think that's a wrap.
That's it.
Hope you enjoyed these Honda builds.
Yes,
I know we enjoyed
them
awesome. A whole heck of a lot. There's so much more we could do with them, but you know what? There's more Hondas to build.
There are more Hondas to build. That, I think, is the moral of the story. There will be more Hondas on this channel coming very, very soon. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, we hope you enjoyed this series, and get ready because the next one is coming. It's some more JDM legends, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
So One of the things that we enjoy about going to the racetrack is how safe Toronto Motorsports Park is, but no race environment is completely safe, as some people have proven here, because these barriers have seen some action. I mean, this didn't come off the truck with this huge hole in it. So, you know, somebody, I think, understeered into here aggressively. Probably some kind of vag product. And I mean Volkswagen Audi group, everyone. Don't get upset. If we come a little further down here, you can see the understeer continued down this piece of plastic here.
Is it the same car DP or is it another one?
I mean, this is probably where the Subarus understeer to. Back there is where the Audis go.
Right,
Subarus understeer a little bit less, so that's where they hit.
Yeah.
And then if you come up here, you get into where the Corvette bros are oversteering into the wall and, you know, tapping here. I mean, we could pretend that drifters are doing that, but let's be honest, that's Corvette guys.
Porn.
Ooh,
The
TMP,
I know. The Toronto Motorsports
TMP, you should be
sign.
billing people for this. I feel like, you know, with our millions of dollars of YouTube revenue, we should just buy TMP a new banner here. What do you think,
I
PT?
do want to say, I did watch a Z06 Corvette C7 stuff it into this wall once too.
Yes, last
it
year
does happen.
He
it
did.
really does.
And then he parked it in the middle of the front straight and got out and sort of stood there looking at it while the track was hot. Yes. So if you crash your car at the racetrack, everyone, pull off into a safe area and then get out and cry. Do not stop in the middle of a hot track. So that's your little tour of TMP. We hope you enjoyed, and trust me, this is a very safe racetrack, probably the safest track in Ontario. The runoffs here are huge and smooth. You just have to respect the wall.